שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד, העולם עומד, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, ועל גמילות חסדים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד, העולם עומד, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, על התורה ועל העבודה ועל גמילות חסדים, ועל גמילות חסדים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים, על שלושה דברים העולם עומד, העולם עומד, on three things, on three things the world stands, on three things, העולם עומד, העולם עומד, העולם עומד.
We kiss the grandparents, whether they're your grandparents or somebody else's grandparents. Good Shabbos, Shabbat Shalom, and the rest is up to you.
Hallelujah, hallelujah. Welcome everyone to Erev Shabbat here with your friends from TBI. I'm Cantor Paul Bush. Great to see you on this Friday, the 18th of June. I don't know about your family, but my family is now totally out of school. The big kids are totally out of school and they're starting their summers, looking forward to a lot of things that we don't necessarily, we haven't necessarily been able to do in the past few months. I know things are gradually changing in our communities, and I hope in yours too. And so Shabbat Shalom to everyone, and Shabbat Shalom to you, Rabbi.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So great to be with you. I hope you've been staying cool in this hot weather we've been having. And we are going to let the coolness of Shabbat wash over us as we sing a few songs to get ourselves in the Shabbat spirit.
Let's start with a little something upbeat. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Well, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Well, kick up your feet 'cause the week is gone. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Well, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Well, kick up your feet 'cause the week is gone. Now we have a number of symbols that we use to help us remember what to do on Shabbat. First one of those I'm going to say, and I want you to repeat after me, okay? We got candles. We got Kiddush. That's two. We got challah. Oh, yeah, like challah. Got each other. That's right. We got candles, Kiddush, challah each other. 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 Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Well, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Now kick up your feet 'cause the week is gone. Huh, that's right. Ooh, you know what? Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. We're going to nod our... what are we going to do first, Rabbi? You tell me. We're going to clap our hands. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. We're going to clap our hands. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. We're going to nod our... No, that's not our head. Wingle our fingers. Clap our hands. I think that time you got it wrong. So we're going to go back to the beginning now. We're going to nod our head. Oh, no, wait. It's clap, nod our head, clap our... What goes first? I'm so confused. It must be the heat. We're going to clap our hands. We're going to wiggle our fingers. Going to clap our hands. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. We're going to wiggle our fingers. Going to clap our hands. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. We're going to nod our heads, going to wiggle our fingers, going to clap our hands. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. We're going to nod our head, wiggle our fingers, clap our hands. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here now. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. We're going to shout, hooray! Going to nod our heads, wiggle our fingers, clap our hands. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. We're going to shout, hooray! Going to nod our heads, wiggle our fingers, clap our hands. We're so glad Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. Shabbos is here. We're so glad that Shabbos is here. Oh, yeah. Bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam, yabby, babby, babby, bim, bam, bim, 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 bam, bim, 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat shalom.
Yes, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Shabbat Shalom. I know that I now have a feeling of Shabbat that has come over me with all of those songs to get us warmed up. So now we're going to kindle our Shabbat lights and continue to welcome Shabbat together. Going to make 3 circles, 1 circle for ourselves, and 1 circle for our family, and 1 circle for all the people in the world as we join in our blessing.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik neh shel Shabbat.
We sing Lecha Dodi and wish each other Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach, a Shabbat of blessing and of peace.
Lecha Dodi Likrat kala Penei Shabbat Nikabla Lecha Dodi Likrat kala Penei Shabbat Nikabla Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom u'mevorach. Likrat kala Penei Shabbat Nikabla Lecha Dodi Likrat kala Penei Shabbat Nikabla
We continue with Baruch Hu, our call to prayer. You can stand or sit a little straighter as we join in our prayer together.
Lai la 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 Lai la 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 Lai la 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 Lai la 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 Lai la 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 Lai la 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 Baruch Hu et Adonai Hamevorach
connect ourselves to the Holy One and to everything that exists with Shema Yisrael.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai, Adonai Echad, Baruch Shem Kevod, Shem Kevod, Malchuto Leolam, Leolam Va'ed.
We sing together Micha Mocha, our song of freedom.
Ya bim 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 bye, ya ba bim ba bim bye, ya ba bim bye bim bim bye, ya ba bim ba bim bye. Ay 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 ay, ya ba bim ba bim bye. Ay 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 ay, ya ba bim ba bim bye. Mi chamocha, bailim Adonai, mi kamocha, nedar bakodesh, no rantila. Oh, say felle, no ratila. Oh, say felle, abime, bime, bim, bye, abime, bime, bim, bye, abime, bime, bim, bye, I bime, bime, bim, bye, I, abime, bim, bye, I, abime, bim, bye, abime, bime, bim, bye, abime, bime, bim, bye, abime, bime, bim, bye, abime, bim, bye, abime, bime, bim, bye. I die, Yabba-bye.
Yabba-bye,
Yabba-bye.
yabba-bye,
Yabba-bye.
yabba-bye,
Yabba-bye.
yabba-bye,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.
Bye.
In a moment, we're going to sing our Avot Ve'imahot prayer, the prayer that connects us to everybody who has come before us, to our parents and grandparents and great-great-grandparents, everybody back to Abraham and to Sarah. And we will first start with another line from our Siddur, from our prayer book, that asks God to open our mouths and our hearts to say words of goodness and praise.
Anananana Adonai. Anananana Svatai Tiftach. Anananana Ufi Agid. Ufi Agid Tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips. Adonai, open up my lips. Adonai, Adonai, open up my lips, that I may pray to you with all my heart. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu v'Imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Baruch atah Adonai Magen Avraham Vezrat Sarah.
Amen. We join in singing our Torah song. It is a tree of life. To those who hold fast to it, and all who embrace it are happy.
Eitz Chaim hi lemachazikim ba betomcheha meoshar. Eitz Chaim hi lemachazikim ba betomcheha meoshar. Shalom, 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 shalom. It is a tree of life. To those who hold fast to it, all of its supporters are happy. It is a tree of life. To those who hold fast to it, all who embrace it, they're happy. Shalom, 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 shalom.
Among the many Israelites who left Egypt were two men, Shmuliel and Buz. Slaves, they never look up, they only look down. And as slaves for their entire lives, Shlumiel and Buz had grown so accustomed to looking down, they could no longer lift their eyes. When Moses brought us across the Red Sea, we all witnessed the great miracle. The sea parted and we escaped from slavery. We became a free people. We came to know that God has a purpose in our history. Shlumiel and Buz asked Buz, "What do you see?" "I see mud," Buz responded. "I see mud too. What's all this about freedom? We had mud in Egypt. We have mud here." And they missed the miracle of their escape. The sea split before them, but they didn't see it. They only saw mud. Then we stood at Mount Sinai in the presence of God and heard God's voice proclaiming the commandments. We accepted God's covenant and pledged ourselves to become a holy people, God's partners in healing the world. Shlumiel asked Buz, "What do you hear?" "I hear someone shouting commands," Buz answered. "I hear commands too. What's all this about Torah? They shouted commands in Egypt. They shout commands here." And they missed the miracle of hearing God's voice. God spoke to every Israelite, but Shlumiel and Buz didn't hear God's voice. They had heard enough commands. Finally, after 40 years of wandering in the desert, we arrived at the promised land, the land of milk and honey, the land promised to our ancestors. We arrived in the place of our fondest dreams. Buz asked Shlumiel, "How do you feel?" "My feet hurt," Shlumiel replied. "My feet hurt too. What's all this about a promised land? My feet hurt in Egypt. My feet hurt here." And they missed the miracle of entering our own land, Eretz Yisrael, the land of Israel. The Israelites returned to the land promised them by the covenant. The promise to our ancestors was fulfilled, but Shlumiel and Buz didn't know it. They knew none of it. Their feet hurt too much. So what did they do? Shlumiel and Buz turned around and began walking back toward Egypt. Some say that Shlumiel and Buz are still wandering in the wilderness, looking down at the desert sand and rocks and complaining to each other. Others say they went back to Egypt, back to Pharaoh, back to slavery, back to the place they knew best, back to the place where they began. And still others say they've seen Shlumiel and Buz, or perhaps their descendants, walking among us, living right here and now, wandering about with their eyes looking down, missing all the miracles that are taking place around them all the time. they haven't any idea where they're going, and they continue to miss all the many chances to know what life is about. If only they could lift up their eyes and see. Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to you and all my friends. Well, Shabbat candles are burning bright. The Shabbat candles are burning bright. Shabbat candles burning bright. Let us know it's Friday night. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to you and all my friends. With Shabbat Challah, it's good to eat. Shabbat Challah, so good to eat. Shabbat Challah, good to eat. It's a special Shabbat treat. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to you and all my friends. Well, Shabbat day, it's my favorite day. Shabbat day, my favorite day. Shabbat day, it's my favorite day. 'Cause that's the day I get to say Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom to you and all my friends.
Yes, Shabbat Shalom, all my friends out there. Just a few quick announcements, and then we will close with our family blessing. So just a quick few things. First, there will be no Zoom Havdalah on tomorrow night or our Zoom Siyum on Monday. They will start again on Wednesday. Cantor Paul and I are both driving kids to camp in Northern California and taking a little bit of time on the way home. So no Saturday night Havdalah and no Monday evening Zoom Siyum. So I think that's the primary thing. Always keep an eye out on your congregational email that comes each Thursday, which has a list of things that are coming up. We have 2 more outdoor services for our main service in July, and then in August we will be indoors and outdoors. We'll be figuring out what we're doing still with family services. We'll be talking with some of you to figure out what people are comfortable with and how we want to go about doing those. So stay tuned, keep an ear out as we move forward. And now gather your family, your parents, or your siblings, or your grandparents, whoever you're with, close as we do our family blessing.
Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you with good and keep you safe.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God be with you and be kind to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom shalom.
May you always know that God is close, and may God give you the gift of peace.
Amen.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Thank you so much for being with us. We'll see you all soon.
Shabbat
Take care.
Shalom. We'll see you on Wednesday. Take care, everybody. Have a great night.